When Caitlin Clark was named Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year, following luminaries like Lionel Messi, Aaron Judge, and Simone Biles, it should have been a moment of pure celebration. Instead, it sparked a firestorm that would expose deep-seated tensions in the world of women's basketball and force a reckoning with issues of race, privilege, and recognition in sports. At just 22 years old, Clark has handled the ensuing controversy with a composure that many twice her age would struggle to maintain. As the debate intensified, an unexpected defender emerged. Iowa's local news station WH13, whose bold defense of their hometown hero would send ripples through the basketball community. Clark's impact on women's basketball cannot be overstated. She has become the primary reason for the sport's explosive growth in popularity, setting NCAA career and tournament scoring records while leading the Iowa Hawkeyes back to the Final Four. Her transition to professional basketball was equally impressive. Drafted first overall by the Indiana Fever, she immediately led the league in three-pointers, set single-season assist records, and guided the Fever to their first playoff appearance in 8 years, earning Rookie of the Year honors in the process. The numbers tell a compelling story. Clark's basketball reference page has become the most viewed among both WNBA players and college athletes. Her impact on attendance has been unprecedented, with virtually all games selling out and professional venues forced to relocate to larger arenas to accommodate the surging demand. In all 50 states, both Iowa games and Fever games featuring Clark have drawn record crowds. When WH13 decided to break its silence on the controversy, it did so with a comprehensive defense that would challenge the prevailing narrative. The station methodically documented Clark's achievements, but more importantly, addressed the criticism head-on. They tackled the thorny issue of privilege, not by dismissing it, but by reframing the conversation around merit and impact. The station drew powerful parallels between Clark and other sports legends who had similar transformative effects on their respective sports: Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, Tiger Woods, and Simone Biles. All shared common traits: exceptional talent, unwavering dedication, and that indefinable it factor that separates truly transcendent athletes from mere stars. The controversy took an unexpected turn when the question of privilege entered the conversation. Critics attempted to use this as a means to diminish Clark's achievements, but the debate revealed deeper complexities within women's sports. Clark herself addressed the issue in her Time interview, acknowledging her privilege while firmly stating she had earned every achievement through hard work and dedication. The discussion gained new dimensions when Washington Mystics owner Sheila Johnson spoke to CNN. Johnson's critique centered on representation, suggesting that Time should have featured the entire WNBA rather than singling out Clark. She expressed concern that many players of color with equal talent had never received similar recognition, stating, "I feel very bad because I've seen so many players of color that are equally as talented and they never got the recognition they should have." Johnson's comments highlighted a crucial point. If being great at basketball in white were all the WNBA needed, players like Breanna Stewart and other white all-stars who came before Clark had similar qualifications. The conversation expanded to include how different athletes bring new fans to their sports, with examples like Shohei Ohtani, Coco Gauff, and Nia Jax all drawing new audiences to their respective sports. Perhaps the most striking aspect of the controversy has been the WNBA's institutional silence. While sports legends from other disciplines have stepped forward to defend Clark, the professional league she's set to join has maintained a conspicuous silence. This restraint raises questions about the WNBA's strategy for managing internal tensions while capitalizing on the unprecedented attention Clark brings to women's basketball. As criticism mounted, an impressive array of sports icons stepped forward to defend Clark. Gabby Thomas, the track and field star and Olympic medalist, challenged critics directly on social media, telling one detractor, "Girl, are you for real? You don't have to share your opinion on everything, just sit this one out." Tennis legend Chris Evert offered a powerful endorsement, emphasizing Clark's contributions both on and off the court. Most notably, Serena Williams shared wisdom from her own experience, advising that criticism often comes from those who can't match one's achievements. The controversy has forced a broader conversation about race and representation in women's sports. Some critics argue that Clark's success story overshadows the contributions of black players in the league. However, supporters point out that Clark's impact on attendance and viewership benefits the entire sport, regardless of racial demographics. Clark's career statistics paint a picture of unparalleled excellence in college basketball. She became the NCAA Division I all-time scoring leader, surpassing both men's and women's records, with her signature long-range shooting and dynamic playmaking. At Iowa, she averaged over 31 points per game, led the nation in scoring for 3 consecutive seasons, earned multiple first-team All-American honors, and won the Naismith Player of the Year award. Her impact extended beyond numbers. She set attendance records at nearly every venue she played in and dramatically boosted television ratings for women's college basketball to unprecedented levels. Sports at its best is a meritocracy, and Clark's achievements speak for themselves. Her logo three-pointers, creative passes, and unquantifiable charisma have made her a generational star. While her emotions can sometimes get the best of her on the court, she's maintained admirable composure off it, especially in handling the current controversy. The coverage of Clark's time honor has revealed deep divisions in how media outlets approach women's sports. While some focus purely on her athletic achievements, others have used the moment to raise broader questions about representation and recognition in sports. The controversy has highlighted how celebration of individual achievement can sometimes clash with calls for collective recognition. As Clark prepares to fully transition to professional basketball, questions remain about how the WNBA will navigate the tremendous attention and scrutiny she brings. Will the league find ways to celebrate its newest star while honoring its established players? Can the controversy be channeled into productive discussions about the future of women's sports? The controversy surrounding Clark's time honor may eventually fade, but its implications for women's sports will likely resonate for years to come. Her success has demonstrated the massive potential for women's basketball to capture the public's imagination, while also highlighting the complexities of progress in a sport still working to achieve equity and recognition. As criticism mounted, an impressive array of sports icons stepped forward to defend Clark. Gabby Thomas, the track and field star and Olympic medalist, challenged critics directly on social media. Tennis legend Chris Evert offered a powerful endorsement, emphasizing Clark's contributions both on and off the court. Most notably, Serena Williams shared wisdom from her own experience, advising that criticism often comes from those who can't match one's achievements. This controversy has become about more than just one athlete or one award. It's sparked crucial conversations about how we celebrate achievement in women's sports, how we handle success, and how we balance individual recognition with collective progress. Clark's journey has become a catalyst for examining deeper issues within sports culture and media coverage. As women's basketball stands at this crucial juncture, the controversy surrounding Clark's recognition has exposed both the progress made and the challenges that remain. Her ability to draw new fans while maintaining composure amid criticism suggests a bright future for the sport. The challenge now lies in leveraging this momentum to benefit the entire sport while addressing legitimate concerns about representation and recognition. As this chapter in basketball history unfolds, the true measure of its importance may lie not in the immediate controversy, but in its lasting impact on women's sports. Will Clark's success and the discussions it has prompted lead to lasting change in how women's athletics are valued and promoted? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the landscape of women's sports is changing, and Clark's impact, whether celebrated or criticized, is helping to shape that transformation.
So the under-18 men's 200 is away. The much-anticipated Gout Gout fight here. And on his inside, Andrew Mayenda is going to be the challenger. So Mayenda, the South Australian, he's fast. He's putting the challenge down to Gout Gout. And Josiah John out wide from WA. Josiah John. Gout Gout, though, now shows his class. Gout Gout from Queensland. 20.87. That is a national record.
Could he be faster than Usain Bolt? Gout Gout, a teenager from Ipswich, is making headlines around the world.
16-year-old Gout Gout has broken a 56-year-old Australian 200-meter record, earning global acclaim. Now invited to train with Olympic champion Noah Lyles, his rise signals a transformative moment in athletics.
With his big beaming smile and very fast feet, Gout Gout is taking his newfound profile all in his stride. His coach, Di Shepherd, the first to spot his potential on Ipswich Grammar School's back oval 3 years ago.
Olympics straight away. I don't know. Everyone goes, what did you see? And I went, gut instinct. I just looked at him and went, who's that?
A question Gout's rivals have no doubt asked themselves as he quickly outpaced them.
20.87. That is a national record.
Very proud. It's probably a lot quicker than I expected. I would have thought about 18 he would break through.
His team.
Gout Gout's recent performances at the Australian All-Schools Athletics Championships have been nothing short of spectacular. In a remarkable display of raw talent and speed, the young sprinter clocked an astounding time of 20.04 seconds in the 200-meter event. This performance isn't merely fast, it's a historic achievement. To put this into perspective, Gout's time shattered a 56-year-old Australian record set by Peter Norman at the 1968 Mexico City Olympics. Norman's time of 20.06 seconds had stood the test of time for over half a century, making Gout's achievement all the more remarkable. But that's not all. This time is also faster than what Usain Bolt, widely regarded as the greatest sprinter of all time, ran at the same age.
This kid, though, just on the fact that he is such an amazing athlete and has done something, the most coveted record in sprinting was Peter Norman's 1968 200-metre record that he did in that iconic race, of course, that Black Power race in Mexico City. And the fact that he has come out as a 16-year-old, he's not 17 until the 29th of December, is a phenomenal thing. The other thing, too, he ran 10.04, a windy 10.04. That's the 5th fastest in all conditions by an Australian. He will be the greatest athlete we have ever produced in this country.
Wow.
And I'm saying that hands down.
Really?
And I honestly believe a lot of people are comparing him to the GOAT, Gout to the GOAT, who is Usain Bolt, of course. I think he's got more. I think he's got more to produce the goods. And I sat down with a British coach who has trained some of the best 400-metre runners in the world ever, and he reckons over the 400 he could very well be the world record holder too. So who knows, 100, 200, 400, he may make it happen. In terms of the 100 too, breaking that 10-second barrier, it will not only just be a blip on his radar, he'll do it 100 times and it won't even be a barrier for him.
Really?
That's magic.
Because he's so young, isn't he?
He's so young, so talented, has a great team around him. His coach, Di Shepherd, his manager, James Templeton, his parents, who we heard from, his dad, Bona, just there, and Monica, just beautiful people. And he's one of 7 siblings. He's got a great story. It's just... And leading into 2032, I mean, there is going to be a huge support for him. He has the world at his feet. He's going to train with Noah Lyles in January as well. Of course, Noah Lyles, the Olympic champion. He's going to be brilliant. He just, for me, greatness is destined for Gout Gout.
That is
good.
It's great to hear,
Isn't
it, from someone who knows, and what a great Australian story.
It is.
Yeah,
huge.
as well. Thank you very much, Sherbo, for that.
When asked about his record-breaking performance, Gout's response was simple yet powerful. Remember it. This 2-word reaction speaks volumes about the young athlete's confidence and ambition. He further added, "I've been chasing that record, but I didn't think it would come this year. I thought it would come maybe next year, the year after that. Right now I can't process it, but I guess tonight when I go to bed, I'll think about it." These are adults. And me, I'm just a kid, and I'm running them down. It's pretty crazy.
I've been chasing that record, but I didn't think it would come this year. I thought it would come maybe next year or the year after that. So just getting it now is definitely a great achievement for sure. As soon as the gun went, I was flying and just came home. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, right now, I can't really process it, but I guess tonight when I go in my bed, think about it, it'll be pretty crazy for sure.
But Gout wasn't done impressing. In the 100-meter event, he blazed through with a time of 10.04 seconds. While this time was wind-assisted and therefore not eligible for official records, it still stands as the 4th fastest U18 100-meter time in Australian history. This performance showcases Gout's versatility across sprint distances, a trait shared by many of the sport's greats. Following his legal personal best of 10.17 seconds in the 100-meter final, Gout said, "I've been chasing this national under-18 record for a while. This was a great atmosphere. This does wonders for track, and I couldn't be happier. When I was younger, I didn't think I could compete against the best, or even train with them. Now I'm up there. I couldn't be happier." These performances have naturally led to comparisons with Usain Bolt, the 8-time Olympic gold medalist and world record holder in both 100 meters and 200 meters. Bolt himself has taken notice of the young Australian's talent. When asked about Gout on social media, Bolt commented, "He looks like a young me. Coming from the fastest man in history, this is high praise indeed." But the most shocking development in Gout's burgeoning career is his connection with current Olympic 100-meter champion Noah Lyles. In a move that has surprised many in the athletics world, Lyles has extended an invitation for Gout to train with him in Florida. Gout's manager, James Templeton, confirmed this exciting opportunity. "We have the opportunity to go to Florida and join the training group of Noah Lyles and coach Lance Brahman. There are about 16 or 18 top sprinters there. We'll be heading over for 2 or 3 weeks. That'll be a great opportunity, a wonderful educational experience. I haven't heard from Noah, but he's a great guy, and I'm sure he'll be happy to take the younger guy under his wing a little bit." This isn't just any training camp. Lyle's group includes some of the top sprinters in the world, providing an unparalleled opportunity for mentorship and growth. For a 16-year-old athlete to be invited into such an elite circle is almost unheard of. Lyles himself seems excited about the prospect. After Gout's performances at the Australian Championships, Lyles posted on Gout's Instagram, "Congratulations on your many great moments this year. I also heard you are planning to come train with the group for a few weeks. See you soon." But who exactly is Gout Gout? Born in Brisbane in 2007, Gout is the son of South Sudanese immigrants who fled to Australia for a better life. He turned 17 in late December, making his achievements all the more impressive given his young age. Gout's talent was recognized early. At just 14 years old, he was named the holder of the Australian under-16 100 meters and 200 meters records. The following year, he broke the Australian under-18 men's 200-meter record with a time of 20.87 seconds at the Australian Junior Athletics Championships in Brisbane. In October, Gout took a significant step in his career by turning professional and signing a contract with Adidas. This move mirrors that of Noah Lyles, who has been with Adidas since 2016 and recently extended his contract until the 2028 Olympic Games in Los Angeles. Lyles' deal with Adidas is considered the richest in track and field since Usain Bolt's contract with Puma, highlighting the potential that sponsors see in these athletes. Looking ahead, Gout has already qualified for the 2025 World Outdoor Track and Field Championships in Tokyo, having surpassed the entry standard of 20 seconds and 16 hundredths in the 200 meters. This sets the stage for Gout to compete against the world's best sprinters on the global stage. The potential for Gout to break the 20-second barrier in the 200 meters is a topic of much excitement. Currently, the only men in history to have run faster than 20.04 at age 17 are American Ariane Knighton, 19.84, and Usain Bolt, 19.93. Gout's coach, Di Shepherd, is confident about his prospects. "We talk about it because to us, it's a given that he breaks 10 seconds. When it happens, it happens. And it could happen early, because everything's happening sooner than we expected." Gout himself is aiming high, stating, "Chasing that big sub-20. It will be great for sure, but I'm not expecting too much. We just take little steps. Beat my personal best by 0.01 and 0.02. Australia's most recent Olympic track champion, Sally Pearson, has also reached out to Gout to offer support. Her advice is straightforward. Just stay focused on performing and you will be all right. And enjoy the ride. Pearson also noted Gout's natural affinity for the spotlight. The thing he has going for him on the athletics side is that he has the personality to embrace the spotlight. When you are going to be a male sprinter, you need that, and he seems to have it. Pearson added, "He's got a support network that is embracing his talent, but not overdoing it. I think he's doing all the right things, so it's just a matter of keeping doing what you are doing. It's a hard one, because he's so young that you don't want to push him, but you do want him to enjoy the moment. If you like the big stage and the crowd and people talking about you, and I think he does, that makes it easier. When he gets to the age when he can really shine, it's going to be incredible. I hope he just goes and flies because we haven't had someone like this in Australia before. David Flaskus, who managed swimming legend Ian Thorpe, offers a perspective on managing the commercial aspects of Gout's career. He seems to be surrounded by good people. The main thing is his welfare. If they continue to focus on his well-being and his athletic performance, then the commercial stuff will follow. The things being said about him are flattering, but they are also scary, and all of that needs to be managed because there are a lot of opportunists out there. Flaskas also emphasizes the importance of public support without undue pressure. The public does get fascinated by young athletes. The country needs to get behind him, but not have too many expectations of him. As Thorpe says, public support is when you feel everyone behind you. Pressure is when you feel everyone in front of you. Managing the pressure and expectations that come with being labeled the next Usain Bolt is no small task, especially for a teenager. Balancing sudden fame with a normal teenage life presents significant challenges. Gout's manager, James Templeton, seems well aware of these issues. Di and I are pretty good at saying no to the distractions, and we will continue to do that. I don't mind saying no because we are already on the best path. Why would we want him to be overexposed? It's not going to be to his advantage. We are just protecting him, and we will continue to protect him and allow him to develop at his own pace.
His team cautious to avoid burnout, managing his rise and media exposure to ensure the 16-year-old doesn't follow the path of so many others marked for stardom.
So you teach them that it's about the progression. Results will happen as a result of the journey, not results are going to happen when you want them to happen.
And so far, the son of South Sudanese immigrants has kept his feet firmly on the ground.
Felt pretty good, focusing on my start.
He's a fantastic young man. He is grounded, he's humble, he's got all the good traits that will lead into superstardom.
A word now often linked with the teenager after a breakout season. The World Juniors in Peru, a turning point.
There's been videos of him competing in the lead up to this, and a prodigious talent. He'll be hoping that he becomes Bolt.
A couple of weeks leading out, the expectations.
Templeton has outlined Gout's schedule for the coming months, emphasizing a balance between athletics and education. Gout will do a long-planned meet and greet with his sponsor Adidas in Melbourne, followed by the training camp in Florida with Noah Lyles in January. By February, he'll be back at Ipswich Grammar to complete Year 12, with strategic competition outings built into his schedule, including the Queensland Championships, the Moree Plant meet in March, and the Australian Championships in Adelaide in April. Athletics Australia President Jane Fleming advocates for a measured approach to Gout's development. I believe in slow and steady on this. I hope he's going to hang out at the beach with his mates now, the people who knew him before he became famous. Teenaged stars can miss a lot of rites of passage, but those things help them to stay balanced. I hope everyone around him will take a long-term view. Gout's impact on Australian athletics cannot be overstated. Breaking a 56-year-old national record has sent ripples of excitement through the country's track and field community. The potential for future Olympic success, particularly with the 2032 Olympics set to be held in Brisbane, is exciting. By then, Gout will be 24, prime age for a sprinter. Many are already drawing parallels to Cathy Freeman's iconic 400-meter gold medal at the 2000 Sydney Olympics, wondering if Gout could provide a similar moment of national triumph. The global recognition Gout has received is remarkable for such a young athlete. His performances have been reported by major international news outlets, including CNN, the BBC, and French sports newspaper L'Équipe. This level of attention from current and former track stars, as well as the media, creates significant anticipation for his future performances.